So what are your expectations?
By outset, you mean like when he was at Michigan
Okay,
State?
yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
it does go back
Preschool.
that far.
Tim has known him since preschool.
Listen, he's a good player. The reality is he's a very good player. He's struggled in what we have kind of deemed big moments, games in prime time or maybe, deciding, division games. But you just look at the year Kirk Cousins is having, the match that he has with, what's going on there in Minnesota in terms of the design of their offense. And then you just look at the opportunity against a Packers defense that, coming into the season, they were really high expectations for. And even the start of the season, Aaron Rodgers talking about the thing that he was maybe most excited about was his defense. The addition to the defensive end, the young talented players that they have in their secondary. They haven't played as well as of late. And because of that, I think Kirk Cousins has a great opportunity in what is no doubt a big moment to play really good football and get it done.
No doubt. But however, for the Vikings, no Dalvin Cook, no Alexander Madison. Likely that means hello Mike Boone. Does that concern you at all?
Well, not really. I looked at him when he came in last week. Remember, Dalvin Cook went down early in that game a week ago, and they still rushed the ball very well. So this is a plug-and-play with a guy like Gary Kubiak's system. As you watch here, again, quick burst, quick explosion. This guy's going to fit in and do just fine. Plus, I really like what Mike Zimmer's done with this defense as well. They're playing at home. I really look for Kirk Cousins and this Minnesota Viking offense and team to get off that 0-8 Monday Night Football snide that Kirk Cousins is on.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, let's be clear, but we haven't seen that sort of vintage performance from him in a while. Do you need to see that tonight before you get ready for the postseason?
I don't think you need to see it because the offense used to always be just about Aaron Rodgers. I think that offense is now just about, it's about both Aarons. It's about Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers. And so because of that, I don't think Aaron Rodgers has to be that spectacular.
A big game, plenty on the line. You got the Packers, the Vikings, Monday Night Football. Kirk Cousins trying to win on Monday night for the first time right here on ESPN. Meanwhile, the last time the Ravens lost,
Aaron Rodgers basically echoed those sentiments, Wendy, to us. He said, we haven't lit up the world on offense, but we're finding new ways to win every week, and that's what's most important.
That's the point. Meanwhile, Vikings running back Dalvin Cook will fall short of his goal to play his first full 16-game season. He's out tonight with shoulder and chest injuries. But the Vikings carry 5 running backs on that roster. Do they have the depth to keep that run game sustained?
And they need all 5. Not only are the Vikings without running back Dalvin Cook, but his backup, Alex Madison, is also unlikely to play tonight because of an ankle injury. So Minnesota will be relying on Mike Boone, a second-year undrafted free agent who until last week had just 88 career rushing yards. Boone stepped in when Cook got injured last week against the Chargers and scored the first 2 touchdowns of his career. Better health news at wide receiver for Minnesota, where Adam Thielen is feeling 100%. Thielen returned last week after missing 5 games because of a hamstring injury and played in about half of the Vikings' offensive plays. He had just 3 catches for 27 yards, but told me those game reps were important because he said he proved to himself that the hamstring is healthy and he's ready to go. And he told me he does not expect to be on a pitch count tonight, Wendy.
Lisa, thank you. And let's start there. The expectations, Tim, for Kirk Cousins in this offense against that Green Bay defense.
I think Kirk Cousins will play well. It's seeing Mike Boone run against the Chargers, I think with that scheme and the way that he just kind of looks like a guy that wants to run hard, I'm not really concerned about the run game. And so, we're going to make a big deal. Kirk Cousins 0-8 on Monday Night Football. Kirk Cousins, in big games. Guy's had a tremendous year. He, I think he's a great fit for what they're doing offensively. I think he's comfortable in it. And I think this Packers defense that, Aaron Rodgers was so excited about at the start of the season, and I think many other people as well, because they added some good players, and they have some good young players in their secondary. They haven't been the same. And so because of that, I think Kirk Cousins is going to play great in a big game on Monday Night Football.
Listen, you go to the other side of it and you look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers hasn't had an Aaron Rodgers type year. He's coming off of weeks where he was actually what kept other teams in the game and didn't allow them to put away teams. The Chicago Bears are an option pitch away from having an opportunity to tie this game up with a 2-point conversion because Aaron Rodgers was 16 of 33, and we've watched him miss open throws that we have really never seen him miss. So listening to Tim talk about Kirk Cousins, I agree. And to me, this is the night where Kirk Cousins becomes the king of the North. where he becomes the best quarterback in the NFC North with the team that sits atop the conference or the division by winning this game at home, breaking some of those negative records that he has against him on Monday night.
We can skip the game picks. I think we know where Ryan's leaning.
I think the key really is that the Vikings are going to run the football even without Dalvin Cook and if Alexander Madison doesn't play because of Mike Boone. Great story, undrafted kid from the University of Cincinnati last season. Great special teams guys. Teammates love him. Runs hard, and that's the key to that because play action pass for Kirk Cousins has changed everything this year for him in terms of the winning big games. And so now the only thing I would do a little bit of a left turn on to my friend here, Brian Clark.
I am to your left.
To my colleague to the left.
He says, "What friend?"
I am to the left.
But is this? So you would take Kirk Cousins over Aaron Rodgers
Tonight, yes.
Okay. No, that's okay. I thought I was reading more into it.
Yeah, and I think the other piece of it is, too, you look at this Minnesota Vikings defense and the rush that they can create with Daniil Hunter up front, Joseph, with Everson Griffin. And so they're a type of team that can get pressure. And we saw what Aaron Rodgers was like in the games that he's been pressured. The Los Angeles Chargers, also the San Francisco 49ers. Those were blowouts because Aaron Rodgers couldn't create plays and the defense gave up big plays. That could be something to look for tonight.
Tim said we got to make a big deal. I'm not making a big deal about it, but yes, Kirk Cousins 0 for 8 on Monday night. That could change.
If you play for those Washington teams at quarterback,
I know.
you 0 for 8.
It's a team game. We should also add that. Much more on NFL Live. We will continue with Overreaction Monday. Somebody's going to join us who you might not have seen in a while. And the Chiefs, do they finally have a championship caliber defense? And what about the AFC East? Is it